Good afternoon. We're going to present the simple perceptron or gate. Our group is made up of Sebastián Bosa, Luis Camacho, Brian Rincón, and Santiago Rodriguez. What is the perceptron? It's a mathematical model that has the structure and functionality of a biological neuron. Next, it's a part of the neural network system. In fact, it can be said that they're interconnected. Next, the perceptron forms the basic foundation of the neural network that is part of deep learning. And final, a neural statement following the perceptron is either true or false, but never both at the same time. Origin of the perceptron: it was invented by Frank Roosevelt in 1957 in New York. This project lasted 5 years with the aim of creating an electronic brain capable of performing tasks such as perception, orientation, etc. The perceptron came to life thanks to a piece of hardware called the Mark I perceptron, designed for image recognition. Main components of the perceptron. Uh, First is the input. They are understood as x1, x2, x3, etc. Perceptron values and total occurrence are detonated. Next, weights, values that are planned throughout the preparation session. They provide a preliminary value, and with each occurrence of inaccuracy, the weight values are updated. Weight sum. It's a proliferation of each input value with the corresponding weight value. Activation function. It takes a single number and performs a certain mathematical operation on it. Output. The weighted sum is passed to the activation function, and whatever value is obtained after that is the predicted output. Let's look at the code.
Good night. First, we're going to define the variables we'll be using on our program. First of all, we have x1 and x2. We define those according to the logic gate. In this case, we're working with an OR gate. Next, we initialize weights. That's our P1 and P2 variables. These will be numbers between -1 and 1 positive. This will be generated as a random number using the random library from Python. Third, we're gonna calculate the threshold. That it's U, that you can find right here, right, I'm pointing. This will be a number between -1 and 1, and also will be generated by the random library. Next, we're gonna calculate the learning coefficient, that it's n. This one will be between 0 and 1. Also will be a random number. Next, we're gonna be using the learning coefficient, that is y. You will see next down below in the code. My partner is gonna explain it later. Then we're gonna apply a step function depending on learning coefficient, that is the variable f. This one will be the step function. Then we're gonna calculate the expected value. It will be the letter g, and according to the logic gate, in this case is OR, so we're gonna find all the logic for the OR door. Then we're gonna calculate the error value. This will be the letter E, and basically we're gonna find the code down below the formula. Then we're gonna calculate the variation for weights. This will be B1 and also B2. You will find down below also the formula. Then we're gonna calculate the error value, as I said before. Then we're gonna calculate the new weights. That will be P1 and also P2. You'll find the formula down below. And next we're gonna calculate the threshold the new threshold that will be and you'll find also the formula below. So now my partner is going to explain something about this process in order that we found inside our code.
So in the first part of the code, we can see how we define the variables, and we can see here how we calculate the error for this formula. Is the variable d minus the variable f. After that, we calculate the weight variation between the weights b1 and b2. So here we multiply the variables n and e with the variable x1 and with the variable a that we previously calculate, and it's the same for the two variables. To the weights p1 and p2, it's pretty simple. We only make a sum between the weights and the variables p2 and p1 respectively.
Continuing with the sample on the line 564, we started going to evaluate two variables. The following is that it enters and the will loop to continue with the picking up and the array. We assign x1 equals to I and x2 equals to j. Then we enter some content and the end in print out